Okay, today's excursion is to the Indiana Military Museum, which my buddy Frederick Manley told me about on Twitter a while back. He's the same guy who told me about Hemlock Cliffs, which that was really cool. And here with me is the Southern Indiana Lowland Bonobo. We're gonna go check this out, and we're also gonna check out the DRC National. No, sorry, oh, crap. GRC National Park. That's what the place is called.
Right.
My brother wants some kind of stamp book, so I'm gonna grab that for him, and let's see how this place is. We got about a 2-hour trip to get there, I think. About 2 hours later, and we are here. And this dude seems to have quite a collection. We're gonna be walking around and checking this stuff out. He's got a whole annex, and this is the main museum off to my right. Oh, this looks cool. What is this thing? This is a MiG?
MiG.
I need to zoom out some just so you get it all in. And what do we got over here? This is an American.
16.
That's an F-16? Wait, I thought the F-16 were the ones with the swivel wings, or does this one have the swivel wings?
Yeah, it does.
Oh. And this one's another commie, right?
That's a MiG.
That's a MiG also.
Yeah. That's Korean War era and early Vietnam.
Neat. So does he just have the top part of the sub, or does he have the full sub?
No, that's the top part. That's the kind
Of what kind? You know more about military gear than I do. It'll say on the front of this. Let's see what we got. USS Indianapolis.
Oh, Indianapolis.
All right, what's this in front of me right now? A bomber? Oh, shit! About slipped off the, almost slipped and fell off the sub.
That's transport.
Well, it got a little slicky. Oh, this is a transport, and this thing right here, though. It's a bomber of some kind? Invader. That reminds me of what Toya had as a kid. Now, what Toya had was a Tomahawk missile. I don't know if that's the same thing that is. Sad it's not a sunny day, but we'll be going inside before long. Some kind of amphibious vehicle. Yeah, this is in Vincennes, Indiana. Highly recommend you come by here because just looking at the stuff on the outside, haven't even gone in for the paid museum yet, and it's got a bunch of cool stuff. Big ass armored door. We're in some kind of German bunker, I guess. A little hedgehog out here. At least I think that's what those little metal jumping jacks are called. Looks like a place people can barracks in. I wonder how much this is original, how much is recreated. This is a lot of shit to move. This is a lot of concrete to move across an ocean, wouldn't you think? All right, what does this say? Can you make it out?
No.
Okay.
It's time. Hard time. Filchen ist weiß ich nicht. Und Harzen ist hard.
Hard something, and hard something else.
Yeah.
Well, what are these other words?
Huh?
What are these other words?
Times.
Hard times,
Hard.
hard. But you're not sure about this one.
Filchen. Weiß ich nicht. No. I'll look it up.
All right, we'll look this up, and I'll cruise around the rest of this place. Well, this is pretty cool. I know sprechen Sie Deutsch, but my buddy does, at least some. Ooh, space heater. This will be a longish video, I'm predicting. Got a bit of a leak in here. I'll just do a slow pan. This is kind of a dismal place to have to bunk, though. I don't know if you have some Jägermeister and some music in the background.
Filch. That means duty.
Okay. So, hard times, hard duty, hard, what was the last one?
It's strong or brave. Strong times, hard times, hard duty, and Hudson. Let's see. Hearts.
Hard hearts. Hard times, hard duty. We should have just walked over and read this. But hard times, hard duties, hard hearts. So many little pictures I can take from my Ballard talk. Man, this guy's got a lot of stuff to be collected. My understanding, captured during Desert Storm. 2S1 golf sticker? Well, looks neat. My understanding, this is all like privately collected. And I don't know how much money this dude has, but damn, I think a lot of stuff was probably donated because he's like, I'm putting it in a museum. And, you know, it seems like a noble thing for people to donate to. Pretty cool. Looks a lot of stuff on the back side of the annex building is a little bit more junky. But he's got some nice stuff to exhibit out here. Okay, I think that's what this is all about. Ike Murphy Restoration Facility, Indiana Military Museum. Which makes sense that the stuff that doesn't look in as good shape is out here. They're probably going to try to polish it up, make it look nice, put it someplace in the exhibits. Which is all cool. I think we found the World War I trench exhibit. It's got a bunch of stuff scattered throughout here. Got barbed wire for the entrenchment. Oh, this is looking pretty cool. Had to figure out how to get into it. Mike's already figured out. Someone left some Halloween decorations out here. Taking a little video. Stay low, run like hell. What was that? Ooh. Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Away in a manger, no crib for a babe.
This would be the band quarter.
You gotta be a little shorter than me.
You can take pictures anywhere you want, in the buildings, outside. You folks are welcome to take pictures anywhere you want.
Wow.
The restrooms around the corner here to the left. Main cases are along the outside wall, all the way around the perimeter of the showroom. They're in chronological order, starting with the earliest period of American history over here, the Revolutionary War, War of 1812 era, going through the various wars and conflicts in the United States around more or less the Desert Storm. Along this wall around the corner are kind of personal cases, individuals, uniforms and things like that. For instance, we've got Red Skelton's World War II uniform.
Red Skeleton? The comedian?
Huh?
The comedian? Red Skeleton?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
From around here, isn't he?
yeah, he's from Vincennes.
There you go.
Yeah, my wife's grandmother knew him, grew up with him. At any rate, out on the main floor, these are mostly World War I and World War II arms, artifacts, and vehicles. Usually there'll be a little white plaque like this one right here to let you know what you're looking at. Now, as you're going around, if you have any questions, if one of us isn't out here on the floor, just pop in the office and I'll answer them the best I can. You got a question, ma'am?
Thank you, sir. Used to have Red Skeleton's uniform here. Apparently he's from the Vincennes area. He was a comedian way back in the day. Depending on your definition of way back. Ooh, AK. And I think an SKS maybe? That is one interesting looking sailor. All right, telephone there for the phone freaks. I need to hold still. People complain about my motion sickness in some of my videos. Wow, quite an arms collection they got here. Do a slow pan around this port. And this is just one of the buildings here. Hell, it's worth it to come out here just for the outside exhibit. And $8 to get in, it's not bad at all. Also, you get a veteran's discount, and if you're a World War II veteran, you get in for free. Guy asked me if I was 65 when I came in here. I'm like, no. I'm old, but I ain't that old. My buddy's approaching it, though. Uniform of Supreme Allied Commander General Dwight D. Eisenhower. All right, what do we got here, Mike?
Okay, it's an engine out of one of the first jet planes used in combat in World War II. I met a pilot, Uwe Trager, he wore the Iron Cross with diamonds, right? He invited me to his house if ever I got to go back to Germany. This Oberst Walter Schuck.
Is he still alive?
No, he died about 3 years ago.
Oh. Thanks for the info, man.
He was a gentleman.
Shame he made that mustache unfashionable. I mean, Charlie Chaplin rocked it pretty well. That looks like a big one. If I'm interpreting this right, that's a crossbow that the Viet Cong used?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or the Montagnards also.
The Montagnards?
Montagnards, mountain people.
Oh, say.
They fought for the United States also. Well, they hated everybody. Montagnard.
Sounds like the traditional hillbilly.
Exactly. I see my dad brought one of these back. It got stolen. And somebody broke in his house.
Your dad was still in the military by Nam?
Yeah, he was in Phuket in 1969.
I mean, my dad was, I'm not sure where all he was demolitions. He blew up tunnels.
It was probably down south.
But you start here and go through the trench. You'll come out right here by this barrel, and as you kind of go around, it's World War I. There's the home front for World War II, kind of on both sides, like the factory. And as you go around through World War II, you'll get into Korea, Vietnam, and a little bit of present day at the very end.
Oh, cool. Thank you, sir.
There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I remember seeing some of this on video on YouTube. Hey, food. Oh, they got sound effects too. Homeboy got jacked. No little spot in here. Do a quick pan around so you can see all the stuff they have in this. I'm gonna call it a hangar for lack of a better term. Nice. M109A3. I love the added sound effects. Welcome to becoming wage slaves. Hello, nurse, or whatever you are. You all watch Animaniacs, right? And when you gotta go, you gotta go. Did I just hear a splash? That's the sound effect I didn't expect them to add. The blown out cathedral's really cool looking. Who built the stuff?
I don't know. This came out of Indianapolis. This is actually for Dungeons and Dragons. Is on the other side for the video game that they were promoting. And then this side was for something else that they were doing. And after they were done, I guess they were going to destroy it, tear it down, or whatever. And Jim was like, "Hey, I kind of want that." So,
Well, it looks good as a shot up part of Europe, so.
so yeah. So that really helps out with our World War II era. So.
What's on the side of this vehicle? Is that claymores or is that just ammo boxes?
Ammo box.
Ammo boxes, okay.
This was the very first truck that Jim, the guy who started the museum, this is his first truck he ever bought at the age of 17.
Jim
Osborne?
Osborne, okay. Osborne, okay. I wasn't sure if he said Osborne or Osborne earlier.
Osborne.
Osborne.
So at the age of 17, this is his first truck that he ever bought.
Oh!
And the guy is like 78 now, so he's had this truck for almost, forever. It does run, it does drive, it's fully operational. We do take it out for our reenactments.
Yeah, I heard you all do a few events during the year that
Yeah.
people show up and.
Yeah. So when we do the events, of course, our two big tanks, our small tank will come out, and these three vehicles right here will come out. And then we got vehicles in the restoration department that comes out and have a fun time playing.
And this was his first piece of the collection.
First big artillery piece that he's bought, like
Okay.
vehicle wise, at the age of 17.
Cool.
So when we were all talking about
Jim Osborne,
buying
cool.
cars and pickups and stuff, he was buying
Yeah, they were saying
armored military trucks.
He had a choice between buying this and some vehicle, some like hot rod or
Yeah,
something.
some hot rod, and he bought the half track instead.
I would too. Some kind of rotunda here at the GRC National Park. I think that's the right name for this place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Had to visit the visitor center to go get my brother those stamps. Got me a little cannon and my brother's stamp book.
But they think that it wasn't the culture that built the mounds themselves. They think it's like Stone who butt drink. And so a lot of that alcoholism probably didn't help his health. Some people say crossing the river didn't help his health neither. And so he has a stroke in 1804. He ends up getting a leg amputated. And so now he's depressed. He's poor. The government's hounding him for money. People are undermining his legacy. His brother is more famous than he is, and his brother is 17 years younger than him. And he deserved, some credit, but he doesn't get credit until this is built. So, needless to say, he probably had another stroke that probably finally killed him. So, but grant you, the strokes were probably brought on or encouraged by the alcoholism. Had he not drank, he probably wouldn't have had as many strokes. But life wasn't very good for people back then. His brother, older brother, should have been famous in his own right, but he was outshadowed by two younger brothers, Jonathan. Jonathan probably...
Hey, just like me and you, Bedford.
He didn't have stroke or alcoholism or any of that problem. Still died at the age of 61. So some people live long lives like John Adams, but a lot of them died fairly young. Bowman was not probably more than in his 30s. He's buried somewhere by the river.
Cool.
You have a marker in the cemetery for him. It's that small one at the end of the row of white stones. There's a small one sitting in the ground. Because Bowman wasn't Catholic, so he's not officially buried in that cemetery. But he died in August of the year of the battle. Some people say he had a stroke. Some people said he had a head issue, or he could have died from celebrating after the taking of the fort, where they fired off some cannons and some of the gunpowder blew off, and he sucked in some of that bad gunpowder. So
That statue down there, GRC?
that's Vigo.
Vigo.
We got three statues: George, Vigo, and Father Gibault. Father Gibault helped win over the town for the French for the Virginian side. Vigo not only supplied George with the supplies and aids and stuff, but he also told George the fort had been captured. He also settles here at the end of the war, and even though he was in debt from the Revolutionary War, he ends up loaning money to the government during the War of 1812. So that's why the county north of us, Terre Haute, is Vigo County. So, and the bell for that county was paid for by the state of Virginia and the United States government on debts owed to Vigo years after his death. So,
That's cool.
So if you sit down, that's French, Italian, and his pedestal's Italian. You'll be walking on Tennessee, pink marble. The rest of the building on the inside.
So, what'd you think of the Indiana Military Museum and the little bit of GRC Park we saw?
It was awesome. It was awesome. Plan on coming back when the weather's a whole lot better. It was $8, really? $8? Well worth it.
Yeah, that was for the military park or military museum, which is
Uh-huh.
plenty of cool looking ordnance.
Indeed.